Well, there seemed to be some level of peace going on with the woman at the mountain retreat. Heavenly and Contessa, that may need some level of praying and fasting. And Quad continues to make her table in a dark space. Welcome to Cliff Alerts. Today we'll be talking about Married to Medicine, Season 9, Episode 14. It begins with the ladies around the table, and Simone asks Anella how she is doing. Anella said that she's doing okay, that the police are still investigating the case, and that she's going to take a polygraph test. Quartz chirps up and said she's going to take one too. When Dr. Simone asked, why would you want to take one, she said, well, I just wanted to make it known that I had no information regarding the burglary. And in her confessional, she suggests that Toya needs to take one. Quad has been on the show for quite some time. She's not married to a doctor. She is now divorced from him. And I wonder sometimes if she's not concerned about her negativity, her deceitfulness could impact her brand. Because any chance Quad gets, she takes shots at Toya. And it could be the most outrageous accusation when there is no reason for it. Anella asked the question whether anyone believed that it was a setup. And Toya, famous for her one-liners, said, girl, I don't know you. I don't know what you're capable of. And that seemed to put Quad on edge. She started talking very aggressively to Toya. Seemed like she wanted to push her buttons. As you know, Quad started spreading that rumor about Toya and her husband being involved in breaking at Anella's house. Eventually, Dr. Contessa and Dr. Scott arrived at the retreat. By the time they came through, it was snowing. And of course, the ladies are sitting down and they're trying to get all the negativity out, as Jackie requested. So the men excused themselves and going to the lower level of the house and started playing pool. Cecil versus Audrey's husband, and evidently both their pool games are trash. So the men were clowning them how long it took them to actually finish a game. So much so that someone wagered a bet whoever lost will have to go outside and do some push-ups on the deck. So we go back to the ladies, and Toya talks to Audrey. She asks her, hey, what makes you think it was okay to chest bump me, so I gotta try to defend myself? Because she remembers when she was in a fight with Mariah in season 1, that it made her feel depressed. She questioned herself. She was concerned that people would think that she wasn't good enough for Eugene because they had just got married and she had her first son. So it was an emotional time for her, and she acknowledged that she wasn't very kind towards Audrey with, her talking about her fashion and that she was not a good attorney. And Audrey in turn accepted her apology, and she too apologized back to Toya. So that was good. And Jackie said that there's 2 other ladies in the group need to squash their stuff. She was looking at Contessa, who just arrived at the house. She said she's been working all day. She's not getting into any topic of conversation as it relates to Heavenly, because that's going to bring a whole lot of vexation of spirit. Going to get worked up, and you really can't discuss getting into a peaceful space with anyone when you're tired. So I'm not sure if Jackie thought that one out. The following day, we see Jackie making arrangements for the men to be picked up. She planned an activity that did not involve a strip club for the men, but had them go to a bowling alley. So her husband didn't seem too enthused, but he got with the guys. They got in the vans and they got to where they were going. Meanwhile, Jackie also planned. She called it a spa in the mountains. She hired a team to come through. Toya, Anella, and Audrey in the kitchen. And Anella said that she is sad that her and Toya's relationship has sunk to this low level, that they once were good friends, and she's sad that's not the case anymore. Toya said, well, hey, you're being a little naive because you brought Zena to Quad's party and laid out a rumor that she was having an affair with someone in the neighborhood. She told Anella that she knew that was not true, but yet they brought that forward, and she can't think that she's going to be friends with her because that rumor could potentially destroy her family. Anella said that, hey, I'm not responsible for Zena's presence at the party. She called me the day before and told me to pick her up. As far as Anella is concerned, she feels like she was set up by Quad. Again, Toya had to bring her back to reality because the producers showed Anella telling Zena that she needs to speak on the rumor at the party, so she can't claim that she doesn't know anything about it or play naive. And that's exactly what Toya told her. Then she said, well, my problem is there was an altercation at the party, and 2 days later my house was burglarized. I'm not blaming you for it, but, and when she talked with her husband, they all implied that Toya and Eugene had something to do with the burglary, and that is completely foul. I wish Anella could be authentic. I wish she would stand in the truth of who she is and said, hey, I was mad at you. I knew about that rumor. And just speak your truth, because this is supposed to be a time when you squash stuff. So you're not telling me you're going to squash it on the mountain. That rumor is still hanging out there, which you had a part of. Toya said in her confessional that Quad, Anella, and Heavenly spread a lie, and they knew it was a lie, but they did it anyway. And these three women have to be accountable for that, because not only are they spreading a lie, they're trying to destroy a family, and that's not cool. If the situation was on the other end, they certainly wouldn't like it. Eventually, the lady squashed it. Toya told her that she went by her house a couple of days after the robbery and saw that no one was home, and she was concerned about her. They hugged it out, and all was well with the world. See the men at the bowling alley. Eugene has game, and he won the competition they had. When the men sat down, Cecil opened it up by saying that he's surprised that at the toxic stuff that's going on within the group. Corin's house got broken into, and he's just wondering where the friendships went that Eugene and his wife would be accused of burglarizing his house. Corin said that he and his wife never said that. That's a lie. We saw them discussing it. When the reunion comes around, these people must know that they're going to show tapes of that, and it's unfortunate that these two people cannot speak the truth. They can't sincerely apologize for their wrongdoing, and I think that's a problem. So that's all I have. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please click that notification button so you know when I upload new videos. I appreciate you. God bless you, and have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.